Very nice sword. Another one, and this one,
Ooh,
excuse me,
that
Ottoman.
the hilt looks original.
Yes,
I mean, it's got that look of late 18th century, early 19th century hilts.
look at
The
this.
blade is very nice. Oh, yeah, that is very nice. And it's got a very shallow fuller just
Yeah,
before the T section, which is
yeah,
elegant.
yes.
But the watering there is almost the it's I know this is just fanciful, but it's almost the ladder rungs are like little owls' heads at the top.
The
So
thing
it's
is,
like little
you see that on Persian blades, when you have ladder of Muhammad or Qer Nardeban, you have it on wood grain pattern, on Qare
yeah.
Khorasan or on Qare Taban. This one is on this wave pattern where you have this ladder pattern. You see that's interesting?
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah, it's entirely different to the
Yes,
Persian ones,
entirely different.
but it's very attractive.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
And
Very
and
attractive.
they're double hammered because there's clearly two patterns
Yes.
in the watering.
Very high quality blade, And this is
Oh
this,
yeah.
right? I just wanted to show.
Yeah.
Look at the blade. I mean, Pete, this is really a feast for the eye in this collection. Just to look at the patterns, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, this is such good quality and so interesting and thought provoking in again in the techniques of making something like this.
Yeah,
It's just so difficult.
unbelievable.
Even planning it out must have been.
It's unbelievable, right? What they
I
made.
know.
Yeah, exceptional Ottoman blades he has as well. Okay, this is this
Oh yeah.
pala, right? We
Parlor.
talked about
Yeah.
this, right? In other collections.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is this one.
Yeah. I must admit, parlors look quite strange until you pick them up and then you suddenly realize they know what to do. I mean, that's just a sword designed to work.
This is
Um,
made of welded steel, right? And
oh,
Mr.
yep, yeah.
Alqarashi, when he
Pattern
bought
weld.
it, he asked me, "Yeah, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It's not patent crucible steel." I said, "No, welded steel is very good. You keep this one." So Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Alqarashi said, "Okay, he will keep
No,
it."
no.
You
The
know,
the the pattern welded steel being made in the Middle East and in the Indian subcontinent was of very high quality. Doing it in China and Korea as well.
yeah,
So it was a widespread.
yeah.
Now, originally it was done to improve the quality of the blades and that, but I think after a couple of 100 years, it was being done as well because it looks beautiful when
It
you
looks
etch it.
good. Yes. So this is his pattern
Yeah.
welded steel, and now this is an Ottoman knife.
Hitchuk?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Also very nice. Pete, wait to see the
Yeah.
pattern. Look at
Whoa.
this one.
Yeah, yeah. This is water rippling down a stream, isn't it? Oh, that's incredible.
Incredible.
See, I mean, this in woods when you look at say Pama in a Javanese Chris, that's done with nickel and iron and things to make that pattern. But to think that in the creation of the original piece of steel, they hammered this sword out. This was all inside, and you had to hammer it out in a particular way to bring the pattern out the way you wanted. And it's stunning. Some little bits, because the eye is always looking, well, the brain behind the eye is always looking for obvious patterns. There's a little bit in there that looks like a rose. And I mean just the flower, just a tiny little bit. And there's other bits that, kind of hint at other shapes because that's the nature of it. It's just random.
Yes.
I mean, it's not random now, but when it was originally a little block of woods, it was pretty random.
Yeah. This is, oops, sorry. This is this one. And now we move on. Okay, look at this one.
Oh,
Okay, the scabbard and the fittings also silver, they're new, but the knife is old.
yeah. So that's the straight version of fish garbs.
Yes, that's right.
Um, that's a classic design too.
Yes, very nice. Look at
I'd
this.
be hard put to guess how old that. Oh, and nice water seals.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very strong pattern, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Huge.
It's
Huge.
like someone sat down with a little pen and painted silver.
Yeah, that's the way it looks like, right?
It's like, yeah, no, that's really nice.
What?
It's not quite the way that you would. I'll just see if I've got one back here somewhere. Oh, I've only got that. Oh, no, here's one.
Mhm. Ah, yeah,
So this one I haven't etched yet.
yeah,
It definitely got water steel in it, but
yeah, definitely.
you see up near the grip, it's a little bit more complex, and this is a quite old one. According to the research I've done, by which I mean looked at similar blade shapes in old collections, this is a style that was quite popular in the 16th, 17th century. They like this, and then they made it more elaborate. That's very simple, but you can see the transition, the bolster between the grip scales and the blade is quite simple in this, which makes me think it's old. It's not necessarily true that simple is old,
Yeah, yes,
but when you look at the quality of the watered steel, it's not simple because they can't do complex.
yes,
It's simple
that's
because
right.
that's a style.
Yes, that's
That's beautiful watered steel.
beautiful watered steel. Definitely. Let's take a look at this again, please.
Hmm.
Right. I'm going.
What that little? I don't know. I don't think this one's got one. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have that little tab at the top of the grip.
No,
But I've
you
seen
see that
those.
it has beat.
Yeah,
Please take a look at that. But the original, I
yeah,
know what you mean. That's no, it's not there. Yes, I saw that. It's not
yeah,
there.
yeah. My feeling is that I've seen them where there's a little braided piece of silk cord that's attached to the scabbard at one end and hooks over that when you've got your knife in the scabbard so the knife doesn't fall out.
Yes.
It's just a
Pete,
safety.
let me just give one more anecdote of him because
Oh, please.
I have to say of Mr. Al-Qarashi's and his honesty, right? Do you see this silver, right?
Mhm.
And when the silversmith delivered it to him, it had a very strong patina on it. So he had his guys clean it. So they cleaned
Because
it.
he didn't want it to look like it's a fake old one.
Yes. He
Yeah,
said cleaned it because he told, I said, why? He said, because he doesn't want, he always wants to, that everyone, not only experts, see it is a newly made one. That's,
well,
I
it's like
really, yes.
yeah, it's like when people restore frescoes
Yeah.
and in the restored parts, instead of painting them solid colors, they do very fine cross hatching or fine parallel lines. So when you're standing at the distance where you would look at it on the wall, it looks perfect. But when you get up really close, you can identify all the restored parts because
Yes.
they don't want to. They're not trying to fake anything. See,
Exactly.
that's a beautiful piece of silverwork. The mounts, the the
Yes.
the chape and
Yes. Very.
the locket part
Yes.
of that,
Yes.
and it's related to the original styles as well. But
Yes.
it's, I mean, speaking as a person who likes this kind of design, I think they've done a really good job on that.
Yes. Really good job. So then we go to the last piece. Okay, forget these helmets. I should have got pictures of this Indian part, Indian armor.
Mhm.
Okay, please take a look at the pattern feed.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Imagine a sheet of wood steel that big. because the front and back breastplate and
Let me just
backplate.
see. You see that this is Nizam. This is the name of fifth Nizam of Hyderabad, Nizam Ali Khan. So you can also say Bahadur Khan, which is Ali. Here, I just put it here examples of this. So I'm not going to read that out, but you can read that examples of that. So this Ali Khan Bahadur, which is
Yeah,
written in it. Just but oops, sorry. To look at it, look at this. So the whole thing, Pete, when you have it in your hand, you see a clear watered steel pattern everywhere,
it's amazing
everywhere. Isn't it
because
beautiful?
yeah, you can see that the Hyderabadis have gone and said we've seen European armor,
Yeah.
we like it, but let's do it our way.
Yes,
And
let's
our
do it
way
our
is
way.
let's make it out of watered steel. We'll show them
Yes.
because it's so much more difficult. Um,
Yeah.
but it's so effective. It's so pared down and simple,
So
yet
beautiful.
functional. And I like this thing that you see in India where the overlapping lapping parts of the hinge fit together and then they put a steel pin down through
Yes.
it
Yes.
and it locks it together perfectly.
Yes.
But it's very easy to take off and put on again.
Yes. Yes. Look at
Um,
the pattern
and
again.
yeah.
Yes.
Also, I like the way these ribs and that they've applied using little rivets and everything like that. But they've got that. It's almost like on shoes. There's a technique called broguing where you punch little holes in a pattern
Yes.
on an applied piece of leather. This is the same kind of thing. You've got little holes punched in there and little um, filed in little cuts to make this pattern running along it.
Yes.
Uh, and it's all done, and it doesn't actually weaken anything. In fact, it strengthens it. But
Yes.
the water pattern, when you get big flat panels like this or slightly curved panels, look at how that just flows.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just
Unbelievable.
incredible.
Unbelievable. So, Beat, this was our excuse me, the second part of Mr. Alqarashi's collection. These are those things which are published in the book, which came out 1 year ago. Now,
Yeah.
I'm preparing writing a second book, which we will have many more artifacts to talk about. Did you like about these
They're
items?
absolutely, oh, yeah, they're brilliant. I mean, it's really nice to see, well, daggers for one thing, Khanjar type daggers, because there's such a wide variety of them. And to see a collection where we've concentrated on the single rib, slightly curved, strengthened tip, and those beautiful handles, because the handles are so comfortable I
Yes.
mean, they look bulky, but when you've got your hand around them, they're really comfortable. Um, the spearhead, the Naza, I really thought that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm going to have to get mine cleaned up and mounted so I can put it on display. Um, it's just amazing when you see how much work is put into spearheads. I've got an old Chinese one, 18th or 19th century, and they've got like halfway up the socket to the base of the blade, they put like a multifaceted dice type swelling on the, and you think to yourself, well, this is just basic weapon. A spear is the most commonly made weapon. And here we're putting this extra decoration. You look at the Naza and the quality of the watered steel and the way it's been forged to bring out the watered steel. Um, there was definitely an urge with spears because the blade is this long or whatever to put real effort into, like Yari in Japan, where you might have a blade that's only that long and the tang is really long inside the shaft, but the blade may be a kind of I was going to say an equilateral triangle, but they're not. They're isosceles triangles. They have one long facet and two short facets to make the strong armor piercing blade. They're not all three sides the same length. This is in Japanese yari, and they're so strong. Spearheads in general are
Yeah.
really made really strong.
Yes, very
I mean,
strong.
when you go to places like Africa where there aren't, I mean, outside of certain areas, there aren't people wearing very much armor, and you only need the spear to be sharp. but they still went to a lot of trouble to make really beautifully shaped globes
Yeah,
because
African
it's just a,
spheres are so
yeah,
beautiful. Yeah, yeah, they are.
yeah, they just put so much effort. So it's one of those things where when you see the workmanship, you really appreciate the smiths who made it and the patrons who paid for it because they had to have the taste to say, "Oh, I want something that's really good," and yeah, that's really good. And now we've got collectors, and some of them
Mm.
are really focusing on the good quality things that their ancient ancestors would have really appreciated. And you know, and some, as Mr. Alqarashi, want to make it available to the public so that they can appreciate it.
Yes,
And I really think that's a good thing. I mean,
yes.
a lot of people have a lot of money and they don't do anything useful with it. And I'm saying culturally useful. I'm not talking about, I mean, you know, they might be building bridges or whatever. But there's been a tradition for centuries and centuries of rich people um, being patrons of the arts. Now, whether it's the martial arts in this case, or it's painting or opera or whatever, it doesn't matter what art it
Doesn't
is, as
matter.
long as they they do that, and for centuries after, their name is remembered because of the good thing they did. And I think that's important. It's important to get across to people that if you've got the resources and you don't want to be a jeweler or a painter or something, you can still have a massive effect on the art world as a patron, as a collector. And I think this is a good thing people can do. And a lot of people do it. So, you know, a lot of people have the basic, I was going to say basic instinct. That sounds too much like a movie. I have the right,
You're right.
have the
Yes.
right, you know, attitude that, oh, I love this. I want to share the beauty of it with everybody else. And I think that's really good. I mean, sometimes circumstances don't let you do that. Sometimes the state is very unstable and you show off too much and people pick on you, particularly the people in charge. So, you know, in some cases you don't want to do that. There are famous stories about royals in Europe who, if they visited you and they saw something really nice, they just say, "Oh, I'd like that." Then you couldn't say no,
Yes,
but you didn't
exactly.
want to put all, you don't want to put all the good. But when you've got a more stable state and you can build a museum and you can let people come and see things, I
Yes.
mean, your name lasts forever.
Yes. What he's planning, just we said it last time, he's planning a museum. Hopefully next year is going to be opened in Kuwait. So these items, and then again, he has more 60 more items which come. But he has Sasanian coins where you can see those Sasanian warriors with swords,
Mhm.
and he's going to put them with magnifying glass. He has many things, jewels. He has everything war related, miniatures,
Mhm.
original, and they all will be put in that museum dedicated to the study of arms and armor.
Well, see, that's wonderful. And I mean, truly, look, I when I was very young, when I was buying my first archer's ring, um, the gallery I bought it off, the two owners of it, one of them was interested in mainly jades, but the other's specialization was Sasanian coins. This
Oh
is 50 years ago,
God,
and in Australia, and I mean, Sasanian coins have always been so beautiful.
they are. Yeah, they are really,
Even
really.
Parthian coins I find really attractive.
Yeah, they are as well.
Um,
Parting
as
coins.
they become more stylized, people say, "Oh, it's not as it doesn't look as Greek," and I'm going, but it's got its own art form. This is a real thing.
No, it
I
is.
think people like the familiar,
Yes.
but if you know you're not going to say Klimt not a good artist because he doesn't paint the same way as Michelangelo. Times change, things develop, people react to the past, and you've got to have an open mind and enjoy these
Need
things.
something else, I can reveal it now, which will be in the next book. Mr. Alqarashi has also a collection of old Zurkhane, 18th century. Meals, yes, kabbade, all signed.
Oh, wow.
Interesting, isn't it? And he said to me, "Are they interesting?" I said, "Of course they're interesting. They're
Are they
old. My God, I have never seen that old, right? So of course, no, of course, I did in a museum in Iran, a Bede from 18th century. But he has it in his the whole tools of Zurkhane, old ones. He has a collection of them. Not many. He says he
this
doesn't
one?
have many. He has like 15, 16 of them. But in my book, there are many. Well, I mean, you know.
That's many. That's not it, you know, you kind of come across people. I for many years on and off, I met a collector of silver who had this beautiful silver arches ring. And in other cases, you say, "Oh, is this Seljuk or is it?" Oh, this one you picked it up and you could hold it up to a stone carving on a wall or something and say, "Yeah, it's exactly the same style," and it wasn't a fake either.
Yes.
And people just have these things. There's I think there's quite an early Seljuk saber blade that turned up in about 30 years ago,
Yeah.
and had been in private collections, and nobody knew for sure anything about it until they put it on. I think maybe David Khalili or somebody like that, and they put it on display. They got experts to look at it, and it turned out to be this incredibly rare sword. So you may have something you may have a cup to use the 19th century thing, a cabinet of curiosities in your mansion with various things and their little shells and that. And some of them may be really important, historically really important. It's always wise to get experts to come and
It's
have a look at it.
unbelievable. Thanks a lot, Pete, for coming here again to this. I mean, it was very beautiful discussion and interview. It was very nice, and thanks for your
Oh,
input.
really lovely things.
Thank you very much. I wish you a nice day and hope to see you soon.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Same to you. Bye bye.